Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, there's so many more new products out there right now. And one of the things that I want to make sure that I can pass on to all of you is some of the new trends and new products in ice fishing. And I got to tell you, in today's world, the one way you can keep up on everything about fishing is through social media, going online. You can find anything you want to find. In fact, the tackle companies use social media is their primary way of marketing their new products. So it is a new world, and whether you are on Facebook or do some of the things that modern people do, believe me, social media is a way for you to stay up on the new trends, the new lures, the new things about fishing. And so with that said, I want to tell you some of the new products that are out for ice fishing. I'm telling you, ice fishing is not the same sport it once was. Some of the studies that I've been exposed to, that I've found out about, well, it shocked me, and I think it would shock you too. Ice fishing has taken over a bigger share of the outdoor fishing world in many parts of our country than open water summer fishing. It has become bigger and bigger. It's absolutely fascinating. In fact, and this will blow you away, but studies indicate that $182 million was spent last year on ice fishing equipment. I mean, that is staggering. You know, when we think fishing doesn't play a role in life, when you take into account summer fishing and then ice fishing, holy cow, it touches almost all of our lives. But there's so many things that are causing this to become a rage in the outdoor world. Number one was COVID. COVID has turned people's direction from their screens and their phones to the outdoors. And every type of outdoor activity has gained more popularity since we all went through the horrible, horrible life of COVID. So here is, I think, a really good way of looking at this. Ice fishing used to be almost a quest to survive. And I can remember the times years ago when I was doing TV shows about ice fishing. We didn't have any place, no place to gain cover, no shacks or huts to go in. We didn't have any modern clothing or footwear that was designed for ice fishing. We would go out there and do the best we could do. And I know for me, even when I was really young, being exposed to super cold weather caused my face to freeze up and I couldn't speak. Now imagine being the host of a show and you can't talk. I sounded like I was beyond drunk or something. And so that's one of the things I remember back then about ice fishing. I can remember going to the Bay of Quinte when the walleye fishing first started and being out there in search of catching one of these monster walleyes. I can remember going to Chippewa Bay and doing a northern pike show where I got so cold I had to stop the show, not because I was shivering, because I couldn't speak. But that has really changed. Now ice fishing is about comfort. And it is amazing. Everything you could possibly imagine that you might need to go out and fish through the ice and be comfortable, enjoy it, is now being made and being sold. I mean, they call them hub houses. These shacks that's their common name, that are now insulated. They've got compartments in them for you to store things. They've got support poles to keep the roof strong and up so that doesn't collapse. They've got big, vast front doors that close and keep all the cold air out. The lighting system allows you to fish all day, all night if you want. You can even take a nap because now they have tip-ups. And they're nothing like the tip-ups we once knew about. These are tip-ups that actually use your little fishing rod and reel. And in some states, they're legal where they're designed to hook the fish as well. All you got to do is come from your dream, hear a sound, they'll give a sound, you'll say, oh, there must be a fish. The fish will be hooked, and probably soon they'll reel it in for you. So there is so much that is absolutely. I'm going to give you some of the new lures, the new things that are going to be made available, and they are available right now in the public. Number one is these double tip-ups, like I mentioned. They not only will set the hook, but they're so easy and heavy-duty to use. They're wonderful. Next is the hub shacks that I talked about. And then going on from there is all this lighting systems. This lighting system changes the whole thing. People can go out there, but let's go back to these hub shacks. They're made so big, they're like double shacks now, that you can have parties in there. You can have a whole family go out there and camp out, and you can cook your food and so forth. They even have, and I believe they're made by Yeti. They're houses that you can tow along on the ice. You can go out there and fish. I mean, you're in total comfort. And then these Yeti ice houses are used as summer homes and guest homes in places. Now, granted, you got to have money to do this. And you can spend fortunes getting all this equipment. But it's so amazing what's available today. And so as we go forth through all the different weeks of fishing reports, I'm going to highlight some of these products, tell you where you can get them, and just how much they cost. But just know, ice fishing is huge. And for a lot of people that didn't do it before because they thought they'd freeze to death, there's all kinds of ways you can go out there, have a ball, and stay just as warm and cozy as can be. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.